Spirituality or leadership? Which one should you focus on in the church? I'm Jason, I'm the leadership guy, and I'm here to help you become a better leader. We often feel that we need to focus on either being spiritual or being a leader, being in tune with God, being close to God, manifesting the presence and power of God. Or across here, we are ordered, we're structured, we connect with people and so on. So, which one should it be? Or do we actually need to make a choice? In this video, I'm going to discuss that topic with you. Let's check it out.
Have a particularly unique take on leadership. But before we go into that, I want your insights on leadership within the church. Now, I mean, at face value, everyone says yes, everybody needs a leader. But there's a school of thought, or there is a camp within the church that says it's all about spirituality. And then there's a camp that is all about order or leadership. In your opinion, the role of leadership within the church as a whole, like how do you see, where does that line begin to blur the spiritual aspect of church? Like, where does leadership end and spirituality begin? Or I don't know how to speak.
Yeah,
speak on
sure.
that.
Great question. And we recognize the reality that there are, to borrow your term, different camps in the church, and so different people are going to lean one way or another way. And oftentimes we tend to focus on who's right and who's wrong. That's probably the wrong way to look at it.
Yeah.
It's less about right and wrong, but recognizing the variety and the possibilities in here. When we are little, I remember some years ago returning to my primary school, and I remember going to stand at the top of the steps that used to terrify us. Because as little boys, we would challenge each other to see who could jump from the highest.
Right.
And you would go 5 steps up and jump, go 6 steps up and jump. And if I remember correctly, there were about 10 or 11 steps in total. None of us was ready to go from there. That was a terrifying height for us. I remember going back to that school and standing at the top of those steps and saying, oh, this is not high at all.
Yeah. This is it.
But in the mind of a child, this was really, really high. And so at different times in our lives, at different stages in our lives, we'll see things differently. There are some things that I see, how I see it today is very different from how I saw it when I started as a believer. So it's a little bit less about who's right and who's wrong, and recognizing that at different points in time, we are probably going to see things differently, focus on things differently. There probably is not a line that will blur, that will make a demarcation between what is spirituality and what is leadership. It probably doesn't exist. Although we may see that.
Hey, I really hope that you're getting some good value from this video. If you're a leader who's ready to grow and to go further, I'd love to work with you one-on-one. Whether you're facing a challenge or you simply need to level up, my coaching is designed to help you gain clarity, build confidence, and lead with impact. So send me a quick email to the address in the description below, as well as right here. Let's talk about how I can support your leadership journey. So, all right, let's get back to the video.
It's absolutely critical. We see that in the life of Jesus. I'm a preacher. My all-time favorite preacher is Jesus. Yes, there are people who are my favorites who not Jesus, for sure. Yes. But my all-time favorite is Jesus. Just like that, my all-time favorite leader is Jesus. And we look to Jesus for a model and a pattern and example for leadership. And we find that exactly there. Jesus was a leader. Jesus taught leadership. Jesus demonstrated leadership. And that's where we need to look. But Jesus was also our ultimate spiritual person.
Yeah.
If we think about spirituality, beyond who are we going to really compare Jesus to in terms of spirituality? Are we going to say, well, this pastor is more spiritual than Jesus? Yeah. No. Yeah. Is that pastor as spiritual? No. Is this one close to? No. He is the ultimate example. Yeah. And so he embodies all of that in one. And so it's probably less about a line of demarcation, but recognizing that in spirituality there is the reality of leadership. There is the need for leadership.
I love that answer. It sort of says that it's like this rather than like this, right? It's not one or the other, um, and different people just do it differently, right? Different people do it differently.
I hope you got some good value from that session. I really enjoyed discussing it, as you probably realize. There is no choice between spirituality and leadership. Jesus was our ultimate example. He was both spiritual and an excellent leader. So there really is no choice. And just to reinforce the point, in the church, leaders are expected to be spiritual people. Check out this video for more help in becoming a better leader. I'll see you next time.